We are happy to be collaborating today with my family companion author as he launches his book. So everyone is welcome to the private book launch. My family companion, written by Dr. Otubo Victor Ogemdi, a he for she, like we say in the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria. So thank you everyone for being here. And just to say something about this book, one thing that strikes me in this book is it makes me feel alive. That's the way I'm going to see it. So let's relax and let's start for today. So welcome again. In a very, very special way, permit me to recognize the father of the day, Senator Ayim Pius Ayim, GCON. Welcome, sir, and thank you for being here with us. Thank you so much for spending time for being here with us. Yes, I can see the claps coming, the e-claps. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for honoring him. Thank you so much. And then the mother of the day is Dr. Zainab Kwaru Mohammed Idris. She is the national president of the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, and she wrote the foreword of this book. One thing she says about this book that got me thinking is it is a life-saving companion, and indeed that is what it is. Also want to welcome everyone here, all the wonderful mentors and teachers of Dr. OVO. That is the name we're going to be calling more often today. That is just the initials for Dr. Otubo Victor Ogemdi. So all the wonderful teachers, all his mentors, thank you. You're too numerous to be mentioned, but want you to know that you're loved, you're appreciated. Thank you for being here. And for this private book launch, permit me to share with us the order of the program. So we started already with number one on the program, which is the opening and welcome by myself, Dr. Ifeanyi Okeke. Thank you everyone for being here. And after that, we'll go to the formal recognition of the mother and the father of the day, which I've already done. And then introduction of the mother of the day. Then we'll now also have special remarks, just a brief remarks by the father of the day, and a brief remark by the mother of the day. And then we go to the book launch, which is the meat of today's matter. My family companion, and this will be anchored by Patrick Uduga. So under the book launch, we're going to present the book. The author, Dr. Ovu, will be presenting this book. Then the official unveiling or dedication by the mother of the day, Dr. Zainab, then closing remarks and thanks by the author. So we're going to really be brief in most of the things. The idea is just let us appreciate Dr. Ovu, let us appreciate the book, My Family Companion. So we're going to go straight to the third item on the agenda or the order of the program, which is the special remarks. So permit me to invite the father of the day, Senator Ayim Pius Ayim, GCON, to please give his brief remarks. Welcome, sir, with e-claps. Please appreciate him as he takes over from me to give his brief remarks. Thank you very much.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to welcome all of us to this very important event, which is the celebration of the 33rd birthday of my mentee and the unveiling of his unique book, My Family Companion. I am delighted to be in your midst today as the father of the day to celebrate a vibrant and promising mentee, Dr. Victor Otubo. I have watched Victor grow up as a passionate young man, striving in all respects to break barriers. And I am pleased that today he has generated an item that I can conveniently say has become a major contribution to our national discourse, more so in the area of his professional expertise, and that is the health sector. This book translates critical medical knowledge into language every home can understand, and it addresses key issues that will help everybody, every person, every family to have a direct understanding about infant maternal issues, child mortality issues, and in fact, much of other health challenges that have bedeviled our families today. Victor reminds me that knowledge is power, and service to humanity begins with one informed family at a time. And particularly, let me say I am glad to learn that the Medical Women Association of Nigeria has adopted this book for a nationwide health literacy campaign across the 36 states and the FCT. If a medical body of such caliber backs this book, it speaks so much of the depth and of the value the book offers. Victor, let me use this opportunity to congratulate you on this milestone and for setting the pace in your own unique way for other professionals and young people to follow. May this book find its way into homes across Nigeria and beyond. And may your new year bring even greater opportunities to serve. Happy birthday, Dr. Otubo. May the Almighty continue to enrich you with His blessings in the many years ahead. Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir. Back here, I heard myself just saying amen, amen. Was more like I was in a church and I was like, okay, remember, this is a book launch. But yes, we can still say amen. Thank you so much, sir. The father of the day, Senator Aim Pius Aim, GCON. Thank you so much for that wonderful brief remarks. And so we'll be calling on the mother of the day, Dr. Zainab Kwaru Mohammed Idris. She is the national president for the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria. In fact, Dr. Zainab just became the president some weeks ago. So she's still a cha-cha. She's still a brand new, she's a neonate, like we say in medicine. She's still under 28 days old. So permit me and join me as we welcome Dr. Zainab Kwaru Mohammed Idris. Welcome, ma'am, and please take over as you give your brief remarks.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Ife. Let me start by recognizing the presence of our distinguished Senator Aim Pius Aim, GCON. I would like to also recognize our respected elders, all that are here with us today, our esteemed colleagues, friends, and well-wishers. It really gives me immense pleasure to be the mother of the day for today's book launch. I greet you all warmly, and I know that it's an honor that I stand before you as the mother of the day. For me, this is a landmark occasion in the public launch of the Family Companion from Singlehood to Parenthood, written by no other person than our very own Dr. Otobo. That's Dr. OVO, as we normally call him. Today is not just about a book. For me, I see this as a vision that is unfolding, and it's a purpose coming together to bless families everywhere. This is what the book signifies. When I first read and encountered this work, I saw more than chapters and pages. I'm an avid reader. I love to read books. I saw a guide that speaks directly to our realities, whether you're a single person, whether you're couples, whether we are parents, you name it. What I saw was a companion that every home needs. And I passionately want to say that it offers wisdom where there is confusion. You know, we're living in a world where there's so much happening and we need some sort of reality to be able to connect. So comfort where there is fear is what this book has to offer. And the knowledge where there has been silence, because many people suffer in silence. But Dr. Ovo has given us a priceless gift by weaving together these true life experiences, the stories, with medical insight. He not only did that, he also succeeded in making complex health issues appear very simple, practical, and relatable. This book is not just written in ink. it is written in empathy. It will save lives. It will prevent needless tragedies and build stronger, healthier homes. And why do I say that? Because we live in a world, as I've said, that has so much going on, some to our understanding, and a lot more that people cannot really fathom. Because you would expect that we'll have a seamless life and live a life free of any worry, but that's not our reality. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great delight to perform my duty as a mother of the day. By the authority vested in me on this special occasion, I would like to recommend this book. Honestly, there's so much. If I just need to sit back and read the book back to back, that was what I tried to do when this was presented to me. And I felt, yes, this is something that families will align with, that will relate with, and will help them to also contextualize their experiences in a way that they can get better and look out for solutions that are in us. So, Dr. Ovo, let me not take too much of our time. I would like to use this opportunity to offer my heartfelt I think we missed a day. How I wish you're celebrating this tomorrow, because tomorrow is also my birthday. So we share the same month, and happy birthday to you. I feel that this remarkable achievement will not just be left. It is a work that should touch lives far and wide, and may the vision behind it continue to grow. And we thank you, and God bless you, and let the celebration continue. Thank you, and have a pleasant good day.
Wow, happy birthday to the mother and the author of the day. That is a good one. 24 hours is really, really not so much different. So permit me, Ma, to also say a happy birthday to you, as I also say the same to Dr. Ovo, our author. So we're gonna be thank you, Ma, for the brief remarks also. Thank you very much, even for being the one that wrote the forward for this book and for, I'll say, endorsing the book to be a companion for and to every family. Thank you so much, Ma. So permit me now to call on Mr. Patrick Udugba. Hope I pronounced it well, sir, who will be anchoring the book launch, My Family Companion. Please take it from here, sir. Thank you very much, and you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ifeanyi Morin Okeke. First of all, before we continue, I'd like to introduce myself. Patrick Udugba is a Nigerian resident in the city of Dallas in Texas, USA. Patrick is a consultant with Coleman and Gray Consulting LLC. We are market leaders in the areas of business development consulting, real estate development, also in the areas of media, new media, public relations, and communications. It is a rare privilege and honor for me to be in your midst this evening, and please permit me to recognize the presence of our esteemed and distinguished former Senate President, Senator Pius Anyim Pius. He's somebody who I've admired from a distance, and it's such a privilege for me to be in your midst this evening, sir. Of course, he's also the former Secretary to the government of Nigerian Federation during the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan presidency. I also like to recognize the presence of our mother of the day, Dr. Zainab Kwaru Mohammed Idris. It's a pleasure to meet you all, and I also want to welcome all our other distinguished guests, fathers, mentors, teachers, and so on. It is my esteemed pleasure once again this evening, although it's afternoon here in Dallas, Texas. It's approximately 2:21 p.m. I want to take this moment to also welcome our host, Dr. Victor Otubo, also known as Dr. Ovo. I want to also congratulate him on this very illustrious occasion of his 33rd birthday. Dr. Victor has been known to me for over a decade plus. He's a very remarkable young man, and I'm privileged and honored to be a friend and also to have been invited to this august occasion, which is this very important document which is being launched this afternoon or this evening, respectively. At this point in time, I would also like to invite him, being the author and the reason why we're all here, to make a remark and to also give us a backdrop into what informed the authorship of this beautiful book, which we're here to launch today. Dr. Victor, over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. I want to especially appreciate everyone who has made time to be here with me tonight. As you could see clearly, I didn't invite a crowd to this place, not because we don't have crowds to invite, but I wanted to have a closed moment with the most special people in my life. So if you check the people in this room and anybody you see here, just know that they're very, very dear to me. And it will be my joy to just share with us briefly on what the vision is and what we are going to be achieving with this platform by the grace of God. So it will just be a little brief presentation, and this will be the second time I'll be making it. So the vision of my family companion, just like the name is to reach out to families. And my goal is that every year for the next 10 years, I want to reach out through the leverage of partnerships to 1 million families every year. And this could happen through book materials, through entertainment, or whatever means. But the idea is to educate at least 1 million families every year for the next 10 years. And this year, and for the next 2 years, I have the rare privilege of having the partnership with the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria to do this. And I also think I missed a very relevant protocol. I also want to appreciate my godfather and mentor, distinguished Senator Ayasayim, for the relationship and access he has continued to grant me. And this is the kind of relationship I did not go after. It was a relationship that came to me, and I'll tell you the story. In 2019, I just finished hosting what was at the time the largest leadership conference that had happened in southeastern Nigeria. I had over 1,000 people join from different parts of the country and from 5 other African countries. And after the meeting, for some reason, I don't know how the news got to the distinguished senator. And he invited me alongside some other people across the country into a mentorship forum where he was teaching us. And these are some of the things he does that many people don't know about. And in that group, one of those days, he gave an assignment. He asked that we should write concerning vision. What is vision and what vision have you ever pursued? So I wrote a vision, or I wrote what I understood vision to be and shared some of the things I had done. But I took time to write it very beautifully, designed with pictures, illustrated, and put links and reference to some of the things I had done. As chance would have it, a particular day I submitted, that particular day he read through the submissions that were made from all the leaders who submitted from all across the country. And he read mine, and he requested for my number, and he called me on the phone. He introduced himself. He said, I picked the call, it was on a number I didn't know. He said, "Hello, Victor." I said, "Hello." He said, "This is I am Pius, I am." And then my phone went off. So I've always heard that you don't pick calls when your phone is plugged. I told myself, if this is the call that will kill me, let it happen. So I plugged the phone, and then the call came a second time. And then he said, "Victor, is this a wrong time? Should I call you later?" I told him, "Sir, there's no better time than now. Like, let's talk right now." So he told me he had seen what I had done, and he would be glad to invite me to a program he was organizing for leaders all across Nigeria, under 40 leaders. And he would like me to be a speaker. Eventually, I spoke that day alongside the vice president and the treasurer of the World Bank. Since 2019 till now, he's been a very immense support to me, opening doors for me, making recommendations for me. And for the very first time, it was last week when I was at his office here in Abuja, that he asked me, where am I from? And I was surprised. I mean, for For 6 years, he has never cared to know where I was from, and he has been giving me all the care and attention, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much, sir. And my dear mother and mentor, Dr. Zainab Kwaru Mohammed Idris, thank you so much, ma. Our story, I believe, is going to be a very sweet one of a mother and a child, and I assure you, I'll make you a very proud mom for the impact that I will make under your guidance. So I'll quickly go on to share the pages. So the story behind what my family companion is pursuing stems from something that happened in my life more than 20 years ago. I was barely 10 years old when one night around 11 a.m., 11 p.m., I began to hear shouts. And then I rushed out to the sitting room. I saw my mom, my dad, and 9 other adults holding my kid sister, who was 8 months old, holding her so firmly, stretching her leg over fire, rubbing palm kernel oil on her body, putting spoon in her mouth. I was wondering, are these people making a sacrifice? Is this something to the gods or something? I was too young, but I just knew that what was going on was too wrong. It was later on I learned that she had fever and had convulsion, and this is normal for children less than 5 years old if their fever is not managed properly. And those things they did eventually created complications. Her leg got so burnt that they needed to do skin graft, took flesh from the labs to patch her skin, to patch her legs. She was in hospital for over 6 months, over 3 months, and eventually she died. It was a very strong time in my family. I remember it because all my elder siblings, prof, barrister, surveyor, all of them were in the boarding schools. I was the most elderly person among my siblings who was at home. So I witnessed that season more than any of my siblings. It was so traumatic. It changed the atmosphere in the home. And eventually when she died, I made up my mind that I will never allow any member of my family to experience such a thing again. And I determined I was going to become a medical doctor. And as it would happen, I'm a doctor now, and I'm the only doctor in my entire bloodline. From my mother's side, from my father's side. I mean, I'm just the one, I'm currently the only. And when I got into medical school, I realized that my story wasn't unique. Many families were dying. I determined I would do something about it. I was trying the much I could. When I got into practice, I continued. The first patient I signed a death certificate for was I think 3 months or 6 months old child, just a baby, young boy. And he had cough and fever and visible signs of pneumonia for over 2 weeks. And the mom was managing him at home until it became so complicated that she showed up in the hospital. And what we have as the clinical signs physically for pneumonia was already all blown out. No matter what we could do, within hours of coming to the hospital, that child died. And she died under my care. And I vowed that that was the time I was going to have such experience. But it was not. As I got married, it's as though when you move up the ladder of life, you begin to hear conversations within that space. So friends were getting married, and stories began to now come. People's wives would die, or somebody's child would die. The one that shook me the most, that finally got me to start writing this book, is a friend of mine, a pastor. On a Sunday morning, while preparing for church, early in the morning, 2 a.m., they realized that their baby had died. Wasn't sick, nothing, not at all. Just simply because of what we call sudden infant death syndrome that happens when you place a child to lie on their tummy. I began to do a questionnaire. I've reached out currently. I've asked this question to more than 1,000 people. And out of the 1,000 I've asked that were non-medical people, not one person knew the right way to place a child who is less than 1 year old to sleep. Every one of them believed that the right way was to lie the child on the tummy. But there's something we call Back to Sleep campaign that was launched in 1994 by the Association of Pediatricians in the United States, that revealed that the highest risk factor for a child to sleep and just die is by putting them on their tummy to sleep. Children less than 1 year old. for many reasons I won't have all the time to explain here. And that was how this couple lost their child. And then I sat back, I realized these things weren't things that when they happen, I'll forget about them. It would be in my mind for weeks, sometimes months. I determined to do something about it, and I began to write the book. It's out now, but it's really a lot of story because it was really intense. When you read it, you see, like our mom here has said, it's beyond just a literature, academic literature, or just something written in black and white. You feel the heart of the author. You feel my entire being pouring out passionately to the reader. Every person who have picked it, I have one of our very revered professors in medicine here, Professor, His Royal Highness, Professor Onyekolu Epibo. He told me, he invited me to Enugu and literally knelt me down to pray for me for writing the book. He told me that he picked up the book and he felt he would just read it and skip some pages and make it come to a deduction of review. But he said when he started the first page, he could not drop the book until he finished it. And that's been the story or the feedback I've gotten from everyone. And that's the story behind the book. And that's why I wrote it. Right now, my vision is to have 1 million copies of this book within the next 1 year, printed and distributed for free to 1 million families who cannot afford it. My second vision is to translate this book into Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, and Pidgin in audio, not the written, because if someone can read English written, I doubt they can read Hausa or Yoruba or Igbo written. So it's to translate them to audio languages so that with the relationship I have with the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, we are going to be having a partnership with the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, so that at the same time, every week, nationwide, this knowledge will be aired across the country, so that more people will get to know the right things as it affects their families, from singlehood to parenthood, everything in between. The third thing is I want to conduct a coordinated family outreach programs across the country in partnership with all kinds of people to make sure that we are reaching the people that need this the most. And ultimately, we are already working on having this book translated into a Netflix movie. Everything is already in progress, and we'll see the result as they come. And the idea is not to have a health documentary, but to have a movie, like a love movie, an entertainment, something people just love to watch. But for every second or minute you watch, you are learning something that will completely educate you on what the proper thing is about health. If you watch some of these Hollywood movies, maybe Dr. House or some of these other medical movies in Hollywood, you see how they mix medical insight into core entertainment. I mean, it will not be boring at all. You'll be enjoying a movie, but at the same time, you are learning on health. And I have the honor of having the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria to work with me to make sure that this has a very strong grassroots impact. Why this matters, this is where we're wrapping it up, is what I call knowledge herd immunity. In science, medical science, there's what we call herd immunity. Herd immunity simply means that if there are 100 persons in a community and 70 have been immunized against something like polio, just somehow, by certain mechanisms, which I wouldn't want to bore us here with, those other persons will become protected or receive immunity passively from the active immunity in these other people. So in essence, because I'm vaccinated, a number of us are vaccinated, those who are not vaccinated are covered. Now, I extrapolated a theory I've called knowledge herd immunity. The herd is H-E-R-D, that's a group of animals or people. So my idea is from what happened to my sister. My understanding is if one person among the 11 persons who was with my sister that night, over 20 years ago when she died, if one of them, just one, knew the right thing, that when a child has convulsion due to fever, all you need to do is to clear the surface and lie the child by the side, left or right, it doesn't matter. The idea is so that if the child is foaming, let it easily go out so it doesn't aspirate. And just leave the child alone. Make sure the environment is clear. And in maximum 2, 3, 4 minutes, that convulsion will stop. You pick up the child, take lukewarm water, tape it, sponge the body, give your paracetamol, and maybe even sleep that night. The next day, go to the hospital. Or just go to the hospital that very moment. And that's a simple thing. In fact, it will even be better a child has convulsion due to fever and nobody saw the child than that interventions like what happened to my kid sister happened to her. So if one person had this simple thing I said now, that girl will be in her 20s, maybe doing her PhD or being a medical doctor or just pursue whatever adventure that she wants to do with her life. But because nobody knew, not one person, out of 11 adults, the outcome was that she died. And that's where I came to a conclusion from many stories I've gathered that what is killing people in Nigeria, women and children in families, is not lack of access to health facilities alone, but also lack of the right health-seeking behavior. So people do the wrong thing in the face of crisis and complicate the circumstance and eventually seek help when it's already late. And that is why our 1 million family outreach, 1 million families every year for the next 10 years truly matters because it's going to make a lot of difference. And I'm inviting everyone who is here tonight to join me to make this change to happen because our practical kindness can literally rewrite one person's history or one person's story. That's my vision and that's why this book is written. And I thank everyone for being here today, tonight, this morning, wherever you are in the world. God bless you.
Thank you very much, our very good friend and our host, Dr. Victor Utubu, also known as Dr. OVO. We appreciate you so much for that. If you've just joined us, we are presently in the virtual book launch for the book My Family Companion, a story from singlehood to parenthood. And this book has received several rave reviews from distinguished scholars across the medical field and also in various areas of endeavor. At this point, I'd also like to let those who are joining us right now know that we're in the presence of a very revered father of the day, distinguished Senator Anyim Pius Anyim, and we're also in the presence of the mother of the day as well. Without any more waste of time, it's my singular honor to invite, at this point, the mother of the day to take us in the next segment of this program, and that is the unveiling of this wonderful book. And I'd like to invite Dr. Idris. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Dr. Patrick. I would like to, by the authority vested in me on this very special occasion, to unveil my family companion from singlehood to parenthood. Can we show the book so that everyone sees what we are unveiling? Let's have it screen shared, please. May this unveiling mark the beginning of a new chapter in how families approach health, how they approach love, and how they also approach parenthood. And this we ask that they do with wisdom, with strength, and with renewed hope. Remember, we are in a renewed hope agenda. But our celebration does not stop here. We are also unveiling a platform that will ensure that this message travels far beyond what we're doing here. I know that you brought together a small group of people, but beyond what we're doing here tonight, I believe that the official website of the Family Companion will go a long way in providing an entry point where many more people, individuals, families, corporate organizations will also key in. So this website will serve as a living hub where families can actually access resources, engage with the author's broader vision. The author's broader vision will continue to pave ways for families to continue to learn and grow long after today's event. So ladies and gentlemen, what we have witnessed today is more than a launch. It is a legacy in the making. I therefore invite each of you not only to get a copy of this book, but to also share it. Let's talk about it. Let's use it as a tool to guide others. Let us also carry its message into our homes, our communities, and indeed the entire country, our nation. So on this note, I once again offer my heartfelt congratulations to Dr. OVO for this remarkable achievement, and may this work touch lives far and wide. May your vision behind it continue to grow. You have given us the vision, you have given us the reason why this book was written. So I would like to officially unveil and thank you. May God bless you, and may we continue to have more insights. And I hope that you continue to write more books that we can continue to have access to. Thank you, and over.
We want to say a very big thank you, Dr. Zainab Kwara Mohammed Idris. Thank you very much, our mother of the day. At this point in time, we are making more progress. I was very elated when our mother referred to me as doctor, even though I'm not a doctor just yet, but it's it's a vision that is very much in the pipeline. So I was very elated and excited to hear myself referred to that way. And I say and amen to that also. Thank you very much, ma'am. At this point, I just want to recognize some of the dignitaries that we were expecting. I don't know if any of them are here yet, but I think it's proper at this juncture to also just recognize a few of our mentors who were expecting to be part of this program this evening. One of them is His Royal Highness, Professor Emeritus Peter Ebibo. He's a professor of psychiatry and clinical psychology, University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He's a board of trustee chairman, Nigeria Association of Clinical Psychologists. We also were expecting Professor Paul Odinka. He's a professor of psychiatry and clinical psychology, also of UNN. We were also expecting to be in our midst, and we recognize them if they're all here. Prince Dr. Emeka Ezenupo, Dr. and Dr. Mrs. Augustine Okoye, Dr. Lars Ude Eze, Dr. and Dr. Mrs. Val Oje, Engineer and Mrs. Victor Okebu, and also Barrister and Mrs. O. Daniels. If those people I mentioned are here, we welcome you warmly, and we thank you indeed for joining us. And of course, at this point in time, we're also inviting donations. I believe that some people are already in possession of account details. An idea like this is worth supporting. So I really urge those of us who are present, and however this information will be passed around, I'm sure anybody that hears of this wonderful initiative will also be moved to support as well, to launch this book. So support the launch of this book using the agency of the account details. And we hope that that can be projected for all of us to have access. I do believe that by the mercies of God, I will also be in Nigeria towards the end of the year. And I will do everything within my power to support and make sure that the book gets to as many Nigerian homes, and of course, even homes outside of Nigeria as possible. Also, in my capacity as a former presenter, producer, and newscaster and journalist with the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, I will also use my talents and my skills to ensure that we beam this far and wide and ensure that everybody gets to hear about this wonderful, wonderful book.
My name is Prince Destiny, aka Mazio KK. Yes, so I'm the CEO of Justin Homes. I want to say congratulations to Dr. OVO on your book launch, My Family Companion. Yes, you've been a great mentor, you've been a great teacher. So writing this book, I know it will exactly be like how you teach, because you're one of the best teachers I have ever come across in my entire life. Congratulations to you, sir. Thank you for writing this amazing book, and it's going to help our generation. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Legacy Okize from Calgary, Canada. I want to celebrate and congratulate Dr. Ovo on his birthday and the launch of his inspiring book, My Family Companion from Singlehood to Parenthood. I believe this book is a gift to every home, every family, bringing wisdom, hope, and better health to families. Dr. Ovo, I want to say congratulations to you on this remarkable milestone, wishing you more impact and greater success in life. Cheers. Bye for now.
Hello, my name is Uti Benjamin. I want to say a very big congratulations to Dr. Ovo for this phenomenal book that has been released, My Family Companion, transcending from singlehood to parenthood. And I personally look forward to having a copy of this book for myself, for my family, and for my friends, of course. Pastor Victor is someone that inspires me so much, and I take this as a huge privilege to send a happy birthday message at the time to him, and a congratulatory message also on his new book. Congratulations, Pastor. Thank you so much for all that you are doing in the medical space, in ministry, in the lives of the people that come around you, and so on and so forth. You've been an inspiration to me personally, and I do not take it for granted. Congratulations on your new book. I look forward to having a copy, and I can't wait to delve into it. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Happy birthday.
A very happy birthday, Dr. Victor Otubo. My name is Pastor Casey Simon, the lead pastor of Reformer City International. On behalf of myself and my entire family, we've come to wish you a very happy birthday. Thank you for living such a very impactful life. Thank you for being a great blessing both to me and to my entire family. Today, we've come to stand with you in celebration, and we are praying that the good Lord, who has made you such a gift to the world, will keep shining your light to the nations of the earth. We are glad to be identified with you, and most especially want to congratulate you for the launching of that amazing book, My Family Companion. What a material, what a rich resource. I tell you, families are blessed because you came. Families are blessed because you are a medical doctor. We are grateful for such amazing material. Today again we celebrate you, and we say may the good Lord continue to bless you now and forevermore. Amen.
At this point, I just really want to take this time to appreciate everyone who took their time to be here, starting from our most revered, distinguished Senator Pius Ayim Pius, erstwhile Senate President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, and also the former Secretary to the Government of the Federation. We also want to appreciate, in no little terms, the mother of the day, Dr. ZENITH Mohammed Idris, who is on the feminine side of things in medical practice in Nigeria. She is the president. Thank you so very much, ma'am. We also want to thank our co-host this evening, Dr. Ifeanyiwa Okeke. Thank you so very much. All of the people who took time from their various busy schedules to be here this evening, we deeply appreciate you. Thank you for coming. For those who have vowed to to support, and for those who support subsequently, we want to say a very big thank you and appreciate you all for being here. At this point in time, I think it is proper for me to hand over to the very man who has made this meeting possible, who has drawn each and every one of us to be here this evening, the author of this wonderful book, Dr. Victor Otubo, also known as Dr. OVO, to give his final remarks and also his vote of thanks. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you so much, Patrick.
I received it.
Yeah, amazing. Before I speak, I would like to have Dr. Maureen, Dr. Ifeanyiwa Maureen Okeke, the National Outreach Committee Chair of the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, to give a final remark on behalf of the Medical Women's Association of Nigeria. And that is important. Name is very important. It's not Nigerian Medical Women, it is Medical Women's Association of Nigeria, M1, MWAN. So, Dr. Ifeyinwa, please, if you're here, do you mind taking the floor and then addressing us?
All right. Thank you very much again, Dr. OVO. And thank you to Dr. Patrick, whether you like it or not, receive it. Right. Everyone that has spoken, God bless you. Thank you for being here today. But I want to just say a special thank you to the family of Dr. OVO. When the brother was speaking, I could see the passion in his eyes. I'm like, wow, I just can't imagine how many times Dr. OVO ran away from doing one or two things at home to just ensure his vision was put down. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Professor, for being there for him. Please send our well wishes to your family also. And then all the contributors, all the textbooks, all the places he had to go to get one reference or the other, known authors and unknown authors, thank you also. For everyone that is here today, whether you were able to speak or not, the fact you are in this book launch means a lot to us and means a lot to Dr. OVO. And I want to specially thank the distinguished father of the day, distinguished senator. Thank you, sir, for everything. Dr. OVO had to take us the story, how he met you and everything you've been doing for him. Daddy, thank you, sir. And mommy of the day, keep healing with the love of a mother, just like the slogan or the motto of M1 says. So thank you everyone for being here. Dr. OVO, you're just starting. Remember, we have to go to the 36 states, the 774 local government area of Nigeria, and even beyond the shores of Nigeria. And like you said, knowledge, hate, immunity. We're going to write on that. Just take it from me and publish it to the whole world. And they will know that, yes, there is and there should be something known as knowledge, herd, immunity. Thank you very much, everyone, again, and over to Dr. OVO.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ifeyinwa. Finally, everyone, before we go, I want to once again appreciate all my teachers, all my mentors who are on this call. And I want to appreciate our mother of the day, our very dear mother. And I want to say, I know how busy her schedule is, but despite this, every time I've called and every time I've requested for her attention, she has granted it, truly because of the love of a mother, beyond just the medical oaths that we took to actually take care of people. And before we go, the primary essence of we gathering here today is to have a digital footprint of this journey. And I, for one, am one of those who believe that every great thing oftentimes needs to have the evidence of it starting like a mustard seed to make its impact globally. And finally, I want to assure every single person who is on this call that everything that I shared with us tonight, as we make progress on all of them, I'll keep carrying us along. If you're on this call, I want you to know you are in the innermost circle of my life. And this platform principally was not just to raise funds, but to share my journey of progress with the people who I know that as they live here and they see the opportunities that will help what I've just talked about come to pass, they will call me on phone. As I've shared this vision, as it's already in your heart, don't hesitate. Any way you could make this vision to work. If you know organizations who are interested in maternal and child health, please link them up to us. Nigeria carries 29% of the global maternal mortality burden. What that means is that if 100 women were to die today in the whole world due to pregnancy, 29 would die in Nigeria. Whereas Nigeria make up to less than 1.8% of the world population. We shouldn't carry that weight of death. And that's things that we're going to combat. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. At this point, I will be drawing the curtain. And I thank every single person. May God, who has brought us together, continue to strengthen us. And I look forward to the next time I'll be calling us. I'll be sharing the physical testimonies of what we have done. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.